Hey guys, Pat Tokuyama here. Today I wanted to do a review, or several reviews, of some of my favorite lenses. Tamron 28-200. So this lens is a zoom lens, and I purchased this so that I could have something that was easy for when I was traveling. I didn't want to be carrying a bunch of prime lenses in my bag or be switching them all the time when I was out and about enjoying nature or visiting a city, for example. So I got this lens because it offers the 28-200 millimeter focal length, which is somewhat wide or long. Rather than carrying a shorter end zoom like a 14-24 or a 28-70 like a standard, or 24-70 a standard zoom plus a telephoto zoom, and this one sort of was a compromise between all those different lenses. That was the main reason that I bought this, and I've had it ever since it came out. So for this, some of the pros and cons are that it's relatively lightweight and compact. As you can see there, it has a lock switch. Turning the focus ring is very smooth. Unfortunately, it's not an internal zoom lens, so it's going to protrude more if you're going to be zooming out. And the sharpness is relatively good. It's definitely better than the Sony kit lens, though some people may argue against that. I think the sharpness is just fine for this particular lens from the images that I've taken with it. It's also good. It's got some weather sealing, so if you're going to be out in nature, for example, that's always a good thing to have. The filters are 67 millimeters, so perfect for my filters, the ND filters, Pro Mist filters, and the polarizing filters that I use. So those are some of the pros, some of the cons. 28 millimeter is the widest, unfortunately, so it's not that wide. I think most people know that that's the trade-off that you get with the Tamron line of lenses. They all start at 28. And then also there's no built-in stabilization, so if you're going to be doing video, that's one thing why this is not the best for video. It's better for photography, I believe. Because of that, there's no stabilization, and the aperture is not constant. So depending on the focal length that you're at, whether you're at 28 millimeter, it's going to be at f2.8. Somewhere in the middle, it'll gradually increase to f5.6 at the longer end. So for video, it's definitely not the best, and I'm not sure that I would recommend it for video. There is a little bit of purple fringing, I know, in some of the photography or the photo samples that I've seen. And of course, if you're not looking for that kind of thing, or if you're not taking pictures of branches and chain link fences, that may not really be much of an issue for you. But I think for those who like to pixel peep, maybe that is a con that might prevent them from purchasing something like this. So for me, those are some of the pros and cons that I could think of. Tamron has a great warranty. I think it's 6 years, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The build quality is very nice. It is made of plastic, but it feels like it's well built and sturdy. It also includes a lens hood. And as far as something that would be used for travel when you're out and about and you want to shoot a variety of different subjects, take pictures of a lot of different things, this lens is very versatile and can let you do that, especially if you're going to be using a full frame camera. So in the past, I've also had the 17-28 as well as the 28-75. Like I mentioned, I think this gives you a compromise there with extended range, which is nice to have, especially if you're traveling and you want to take pictures of something far away. Like for example, if I'm hiking and I see an animal way out in the distance, I can get a little bit of a closer view of it by zooming in. So that's really what I wanted this lens for. All right, so I think that was it, all that I had to say for this lens. Hope this helps you in your decision if you are considering this one.